What if one viral video reignited a debate that has followed Meghan Markle for years? Not because of what happened in the video itself, but because of what many people believe it represents. When the clip began circulating online, reactions arrived almost instantly. Some viewers saw a lighthearted and personal moment. Others viewed it very differently. Social media exploded with opinions, debates, and comparisons. Within hours, the video had become one of the most discussed royal-related stories on the internet. But for many royal watchers, the conversation wasn't really about the video. It was about something much bigger. Ever since Meghan Markle entered the royal family, there's been a continuing debate about whether her modern approach to public life was compatible with an institution built on tradition, restraint, and centuries-old expectations. To understand why this latest moment generated so much discussion, it's important to understand how the royal family has traditionally operated. For generations, senior royals have followed an unwritten rule. The institution always comes before the individual. Public appearances are carefully managed. Personal moments are often kept private. Every action is viewed through the lens of duty and service. That approach helped shape the image of the monarchy for decades. Meghan entered that world from a completely different background. Before becoming a duchess, she was already a public figure. She understood media. She understood branding. She understood how modern audiences engage with public personalities. And that difference may explain why discussions surrounding her continue years after her departure from royal duties. Supporters argue that Meghan brought a fresh and modern perspective to an institution that needed change. They see her willingness to share personal experiences as authentic and relatable. Critics, however, argue that the royal family operates according to a unique set of expectations. In their view, some of Meghan's public choices reflected a celebrity-style approach that naturally clashed with royal traditions. The viral video reignited those arguments almost immediately. Comment sections became battlefields. Some praised her confidence. Others questioned whether former royals should maintain a different standard of public presentation. And that's where the story becomes fascinating. Because this debate isn't really about dancing. It's about image. It's about perception. And it's about what people expect from those connected to the monarchy. Many royal commentators have pointed out that public image is one of the most valuable assets the royal family possesses. Every appearance, every photograph, and every statement contributes to a larger narrative. That narrative has always relied on stability, consistency, and a degree of mystery. Yet modern celebrity culture often rewards the exact opposite: visibility, accessibility, constant engagement. The contrast between those two worlds creates a tension that continues to shape discussions around Meghan Markle. And perhaps that's why every headline involving her generates such strong reactions. People aren't simply reacting to events. They're reacting to what those events symbolize. For some, Meghan represents modernization. For others, she represents a departure from traditional royal values. The truth likely depends on individual perspective. But one thing is certain: the debate is far from over. And in Part 2, we'll explore why comparisons between Meghan and Catherine, Princess of Wales, have become one of the most discussed topics in modern royal commentary. If the viral video reignited old debates, the comparisons that followed made those debates even more intense. Because whenever Meghan Markle becomes the subject of a major headline, another royal figure almost always enters the conversation. Catherine, Princess of Wales. For years, royal commentators, media outlets, and royal watchers have compared the journeys of these two women. Both entered one of the most famous families in the world. Both faced extraordinary pressure. Both found themselves under constant media scrutiny. And both became global public figures almost overnight. Yet despite those similarities, their paths could hardly be more different. Catherine's approach has often been described as patient, cautious, and highly disciplined. She spent years learning the expectations of royal life before becoming a senior working royal. Observers frequently point out that she rarely rushed into the spotlight. Instead, she appeared willing to learn gradually, adapt over time, and allow her public image to develop naturally. Her strategy was not based on attracting attention. It was based on consistency. Year after year, she maintained a relatively steady public presence. No dramatic announcements. no major public disputes, no constant efforts to dominate headlines. Supporters argue that this approach helped build trust with both the public and the institution itself. Meghan's path was very different. From the moment her relationship with Prince Harry became public, global attention followed her everywhere. Unlike Catherine, Meghan entered royal life at a time when social media dominated public discourse. Every photograph became a headline. Every appearance became a topic of discussion. Every gesture was analyzed in extraordinary detail. As a result, Meghan's royal journey unfolded under an entirely different level of scrutiny. Supporters often argue that she was subjected to unfair criticism from the very beginning. They believe many of the challenges she faced would have been difficult for anyone to navigate. Others argue that some of the controversy stemmed from genuine differences in approach between Meghan and the royal institution. Regardless of where people stand, one thing is clear: the public continues to view their stories through very different lenses, and that difference has fueled years of debate. As time passed, the contrast between their public images became increasingly visible. Catherine became closely associated with stability, continuity, and traditional royal values. Her role within the monarchy gradually expanded. Public approval remained relatively strong, and many royal supporters began viewing her as a symbol of the institution's future. Meanwhile, Meghan and Harry embarked on a completely different journey. After stepping away from royal duties, they entered a world filled with new opportunities: major media deals, international interviews, documentaries, public speaking engagements, business ventures. Many people expected them to become one of the most influential power couples in the world. At first, that possibility seemed very realistic. Their global profile was enormous. Their names generated attention everywhere. The public wanted to know what they would do next. For a period of time, it felt as though the possibilities were endless. Yet with increased visibility came increased scrutiny. Every project was evaluated. Every statement was analyzed. Every appearance generated discussion. The same public attention that created opportunities also created pressure. And as the years passed, public opinion became increasingly divided. Some people admired their willingness to build an independent life outside the royal system. Others believed their ongoing public discussions about royal life kept them connected to the very institution they had left behind. This divide continues to shape conversations today. What makes the situation particularly fascinating is that both Meghan and Catherine have become symbols of larger ideas. To some observers, Catherine represents tradition. To others, she represents duty, patience, and continuity. Meanwhile, Meghan often represents change, independence, and a more modern relationship with public life. Because of this, discussions about either woman frequently become discussions about the monarchy itself. People aren't simply debating personalities. They are debating values. They are debating expectations. And they are debating what the future of public life should look like. The viral video once again brought those questions to the surface. Supporters saw confidence. Critics saw a departure from traditional royal standards. Neither side was really talking only about the video. Instead, they were discussing what the video symbolized. And symbolism has always mattered in royal history. For centuries, the monarchy has understood the power of image. Every appearance sends a message. Every public moment contributes to a larger narrative. That reality remains true today, which is why even relatively small moments can generate massive reactions online. The discussion quickly becomes larger than the event itself. And perhaps that's exactly what happened here. The video became a reflection of a debate that has existed for years. A debate about modern celebrity culture. A debate about public image, and a debate about whether traditional institutions can successfully adapt to changing times. The answer depends entirely on who you ask. Some believe Meghan represents the future. Others believe the future still requires many of the principles that have guided the monarchy for generations. Both perspectives continue attracting passionate supporters. Both perspectives continue generating headlines. And both perspectives ensure that discussions surrounding Meghan Markle remain among the most popular topics in royal commentary. Years after stepping away from royal duties, she remains one of the most talked about public figures in the world. Few people generate as much attention. Few people inspire as much debate. and few stories continue evolving quite like hers. Perhaps that's because Meghan's story is about more than royalty. It's about fame. It's about identity. It's about public expectations. And it's about the challenges that come with living under a global spotlight. Whether people support her decisions or disagree with them, they continue paying attention. And that may be the most remarkable aspect of all. Because in a media landscape where public attention moves quickly from one story to the next, Meghan Markle remains a figure capable of dominating conversations years after leaving royal life behind. So what do you think? Do these ongoing comparisons between Meghan and Catherine help people better understand a modern monarchy? Or do they simply create more division among royal watchers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy royal family news, royal analysis, celebrity updates, and the biggest royal stories making headlines around the world, don't forget to subscribe to Sussex Tea and join us for your daily cup of royal gossip.